Welcome to Bottomline Chat. I'm Emerson. Today I'm going to talk about the Stanley Cup Playoffs game number 1 between Nashville Predators and the Pittsburgh Penguins. I'm really looking forward to this Stanley Cup final. I think these two teams will be a good Stanley Cup finals. We've had quite a few lately. Shouldn't say we haven't. I think it's a good one. It could go either way. There's pros and cons, I guess, to both of either team winning or losing. I really liking, Nashville's chances of winning. Be the first time ever. This is the first time they've ever been in the Stanley Cup Finals. It would also be good to see PK Subban win because, sorry for the Hab fans, but their organization trading him to get Shea Weber, and now he's with Nashville, and in his first full year, wins the Stanley Cup. I mean, that's kind of a bite in the butt, in my opinion. But as you can see, I'm a Leaf fan, if you haven't noticed in the back. So I've seen it from the Phil Kessel part. Leafs get rid of Phil Kessel, he goes to Pittsburgh, wins the Stanley Cup. I never really agreed with them getting rid of him, but they did, right? So yes, if Pittsburgh was to win the Stanley Cup, would I be happy about it? Yeah, sure, absolutely. It wouldn't bother me. I have no problems with Pittsburgh winning it. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see a new champion. Besides, but we haven't had a back-to-back champion in a very long time, though. And correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it was back in the 90s when that took place. And I think it was Colorado when they won it. But still, needless to say, it's well overdue that there hasn't been a back-to-back champ. It's good to see a champion going and defending it. I know we've seen that before when Detroit and Pittsburgh, went at it. They kind of flip-flopped it, and it was quite interesting to see both teams, 2 years in a row make it to the Stanley Cup Finals. We haven't seen that in a long time, but we're into present right now, and like I said, wouldn't bother me either way. I am more rooting towards Nashville, being that this is their first time, and I'd like to see it. Last year, I was kind of rooting for San Jose, so I mean, it'd be nice to see Nashville take it on many levels. Be great for the city, especially when the city's pretty much known for its country music, not really for their sports. So this would be a really good boost for their exposure in the sports, that they have won the Stanley Cup. Obviously, they've gotten the exposure just being there right now, but I see this being a long, drawn-out series. I don't see it being a bang, 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 one Pittsburgh sweeping Nashville, or, I see this going to at least 6 games. I'd like to see a 7th game because then it's up in the air. But I mean, it's going to be a pretty balanced. I mean, you've got two good goalies on each team. I mean, Pekka Rinne's been super solid all through the playoffs. Murray, he stepped in for Fleury, who got them to a certain point. Murray's now taken back over the reins because he did lose them being injured. So, I mean, it's going to be a good goaltending duel. I know the first game was 5-3 Pittsburgh, so people are going to go, I don't know about that. It's Pittsburgh's offense. But Nashville has one of the best defenses. So, I mean, it's going to be tough. But, I mean, you just got to look at the fact that, it's fairly balanced. It is fairly balanced. I mean, like I said, Pittsburgh's got the enormous offense. Crosby, Malkin, Kessel, Bonin. List goes on. These guys have got the scoring power. I mean, Nashville doesn't have quite that scoring power, but they didn't get their solely on their goaltending. They've gotten their offense too. So, I mean, Pittsburgh's offense has taken a little bit of hit with some of the injuries, so that could be their downfall. But like I said, I still see this going a long time. I don't see it being a dirty series. I think both of these teams are going to be, just working hard, playing the game fairly. It's not going to be a nasty series like you kind of saw with, Pittsburgh and Ottawa at times where they were getting nasty, cheap shots, stuff like that. I don't see that going to be happening for the Stanley Cup Finals. I just see two teams that have worked hard. They're going to work really hard to try to get the victories. Pekka Rinne in the first game, 5 goals. People are going, oh, he only faced, I know the last goal was an empty netter, but 4 goals on, 15 shots is not anything good. I'm like, you're absolutely right. I play goal in my spare time, and yeah, I mean, to let in that in a big game, it is kind of disappointing. But do you think that's going to happen from the next couple games out? I don't see that happening. I see he's going to bounce back. He's going to have a solid game, which is going to go Wednesday night. I think he's going to be rock solid. Pittsburgh's going to have trouble scoring, so they better hope that their goalie is going to be just as red hot. Otherwise, Nashville wins. Nashville has they get their goaltender hot, they'll get those goals when they need it. And because they got a solid defense. And in that first game, Nashville didn't play bad. I mean, yes, Pekka Rinne had an off game, which that happens. Every goalie has that. That's why Fleury is no longer in. He had an off game. Murray came in, showed that he wants it more, and now he gets the ball. It's just how it is. You got to go with your hot goalie. And Pekka Rinne will bounce back. He will be solid for the Wednesday night game. I expect that Nashville is going to win that game. If they don't, it puts the pressure on them going back home. But with their atmosphere at home, I see them really thriving. But I'd see it going to be a tied series going in, and that's my opinion on that. Like I said, overall, it's going to be a great series. I'm really looking forward to game number 2. Again, happening Wednesday night. So if you missed the first game, do not miss the second game. It will be entertaining. It will be back and forth. And Pittsburgh's going to want to come out harder too with their shot quantity, because that low total, they're not sitting well in their system. It's going to be a good game too. So, like I said, I expect that Nashville is going to take game number 2. It's going to be a low-scoring affair. That's my opinion. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope to hear what your comments are, what you think of game number 1, and who you think is going to take number 2. Like I said, drop your comments at the bottom, and please subscribe. That's my bottom line. What's yours? Talk to you later. Bye for now.